Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Today I am excited to finally be able to share with you what I think is one of the coolest guns out there today, and that is the B&T Station 6. I'm going to roll some footage in here of the thing actually put together before we look at the quote-unquote unboxing or desktop, because I think is a fantastic looking gun when it's all put together, but it's also pretty unique when you first get it. And because when you get it, it doesn't come together like that. You actually get two things. You get a suppressor that comes in a standard B&T box like this that you have to then register, pay your tax fees and so forth. And you get the firearm that comes in a standard B&T kind of tactical bag. I won't zoom out for that, but it's just a nylon bag that has a pamphlet with a link to the website that you can register it and also read the owner's manual. So we'll take a kind of tabletop close-up look at the firearm itself and then the suppressor. I'll put this aside for now and come back to it and start with the actual firearm. Just imagine we talk about the suppressor on the end here. And what is the Station 6? It is an integrally suppressed bolt-action spy gun, assassin's gun, a gun that's designed to be incredibly quiet for very particular uses. Is a modern-day adaptation of the World War II British well rod, the original spy gun that was designed to look like a bicycle pump and used for covert missions. So this is a kind of a modern-day adaptation of that. The Station 6 comes in two versions, a 9mm and a 45 ACP. I chose the 45 ACP because those rounds are already subsonic, and it takes 1911 magazines, which I have plenty of. So again, this is integrally suppressed, bolt action. So the suppressor we'll talk about is super quiet, eats all the gas, not a lot of sound there. Normally when you shoot a gun suppressed, the other noise is the steel recycling on the slide when it reciprocates. This one does not do that. It is a bolt action that you shoot and nothing happens with the slide. Again, we'll look at that in just a second. But this is, again, B&T's modern day adaptation of the well rod. I'll go and show clear. Magazine releases here on the right side only. And you can see those things do fire out of there. Met guard mags, 8 rounds, single stack of 45 ACP. So I'll go ahead and talk about the action while I've done that. So again, in theory, you load up your 45 insert it in here, and then you take the bolt, turn this, slide the bolt back, the round loads inside here, you then close the bolt, lock it, and now you have a round of 45 chambered in here, and you can go, again, pull the trigger. You have a grip safety here like a 1911. I'll try to shoot this right-handed. And then, so grip safety, and then pull the trigger. Then it's a very heavy trigger, by the way. The super quiet suppressor eats all the gas, and then the slide does not reciprocate. The empty round is still inside the chamber there. So then to empty that, you rotate the bolt, pull this back, empty the round out, put it in your pocket so you don't leave a trace. Next round pops up, put it in, close the bolt, and there you go. That's how this thing works. Very cool gun, not for fast shooting, but for quiet shooting. Again, this thing is steel with polymer here. I can't tell you how good this thing feels in your hand. B&T's quality and craftsmanship is just ridiculous. So it feels fantastic in your hand. First grade quality, and super heavy. I should have brought my scale down here to show you guys. But just kind of taking a walk around the firearm itself, you've got a very cool front sight there with some texturing on it. Kind of a U-notch in the back for a sight picture. Again, this isn't for distance shooting. You can also see a close-up of the bolt there as well. And again, turn this, pull it back out. There's a close-up of the bolt. On this side, you can see the bolt actually has the serial number in there as well. Note the grip safety, will not fire without grip safety. In some cases, I'm not sure the bolt will close after you've fired it without the grip safety being pressed. So there is kind of a view of the top of the firearm. Again, there's your particulars from B&T. This side, pretty clean. Again, very unique looking trigger there and trigger guard. I think the trigger guard, again, interesting design, how this loops around. Plenty of room for gloved fingers, I guess. No undercut necessarily, just a steel kind of loop there. And the trigger, again, pulls straight back. It's quite a heavy trigger pull. I imagine it's high single digits, if not even double digits. So nothing fancy about the trigger, just a straight pullback. You can see some texturing there on the trigger. Everything is very satisfying about the gun. The heavy trigger pull, very satisfying. The bolt action itself, which again, once you pull the trigger, you have to have the mag release pressed down before you can cycle the bolt. But all that is very, very satisfying. You see the B&T call out here. The grip is actually scored, so you can cut it if you want to replicate an actual view or a model of the original well rod. I would never do that, but the well rod was designed to look like a bicycle pump. So I think if you cut this off, you can put it on your bike and people would think it's a pump. I'm not sure how that works, but there's the bottom of the magazine as well. This is actually very nice to curve out here to help get a grip on there. So it does feel great in your hand. The thing just feels fantastic. I think it's just a very cool gun. I didn't write down the thread pitch. I'll try to put in the comments, but here's a look at the actual barrel as well. And the barrel cap. So now the suppressor itself, I can't show you that on screen when I put it together, but this suppressor is actually a very unique suppressor in that it uses wipes. I wasn't familiar with wipes. Most suppressors use baffles that eat the gases in here to kind of kill the sound. This uses actually these quote-unquote wipes, which are some type of nylon that supposedly are even more quiet and really eats the gas inside here. So you can see I haven't fired it yet, and that is absolutely closed up in there. I've read these are good for maybe 10 to 13 rounds before these aren't quiet anymore, and the baffles or the wipes have all been shot out. So you can replace the wipes. I need to find a place where I can buy more wipes and learn how to replace them before I shoot them all up. Also, I think of note is with the wipes, you probably can guess you only want to shoot full metal jacket in here. I'm assuming that hollow points would not work at all with wipes like that. B&T also makes a training suppressor for this firearm that I'm going to try and find to shoot more often. And it uses traditional baffles instead of the wipes, so I can shoot it more without having to worry about replacing the wipes all the time. But I do want to do a comparison of how quiet this 45 is with the wipes versus, say, my H&K Mark 23. So when all is said and done, this is what the firearm looks like when you're done, which is just a very cool gun. So bolt action, single stack, 45 ACP, 8 rounds, whisper quiet, in a package that looks just like this. So very cool gun. Glad to finally have my hands on one. Would love to hear from you guys that have the B&T Station 6 or even a well rod. What are your thoughts on the gun? Do you shoot it a lot? Is it fun? Is it collectible? Is it a safe queen? Let me know. Love to hear your thoughts. But I am very excited to be able to spend some time with this awesome new B&T Station 6 chambered in 45 ACP. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please consider liking and subscribing.